Many guys aren't making the first move these days, and some women might be wondering why. Well, truth be told, plenty of men have their reasons for hesitating to approach women in real life. It's not as straightforward as it used to be, and the risks sometimes outweigh the rewards. So, when you're looking for a relationship, don't hesitate to take the initiative and approach a guy yourself. It's time for a bit of equality in the dating game. Many women wonder why men don't approach them anymore. The truth is, this shift in behavior stems from women's expressed discomfort with unsolicited approaches. Over the past 5 years, women have openly shared how uncomfortable random approaches make them feel, often desiring to go about their daily lives without such interruptions. In response, men have adapted by respecting these wishes and refraining from hitting on women in public or at work. Many men have become more discreet and tend to keep to themselves. I hope you women are proud of this. Social media has played a significant role in shaping this transformation, altering the way many young men perceive interactions. While some of the consequences may be exaggerated, media consumption in America heavily influences our sense of reality. Men have become increasingly wary of approaching women, partly due to the fear of being labeled as a creep. Social media has spread certain negative ideas about how men and women should interact, impacting their dating lives. On the flip side, why don't more women approach men they like? The worst outcome for a woman is often a simple rejection, whereas for a man, there's a fear of facing serious accusations of misconduct, which is undoubtedly more daunting. Furthermore, dating apps have redirected the pursuit of romantic connections away from public spaces. We've confined flirting and dating to these platforms to avoid potential rejection and complications in face-to-face interactions. While the #meta movement served a valuable purpose, it unintentionally made it harder for many regular guys to navigate dating. During its peak, some women started labeling socially acceptable approaches as creepy or even equating them to harassment or abuse. This trend led to a reluctance among men to make advances, fueled further by the fear of becoming the next creepy guy showcased on social media platforms. Consider this. What's worse for your reputation, being seen as spineless or being labeled as a creepy pest? Many men are exhausted by the criticism they face. The prevailing climate of hypersensitivity and woke culture has made it increasingly difficult for men to approach women, be it in bars, bookstores, trains, or even on the street. This is the reality you've created, where men are branded as cowardly if they don't attempt approaches, with women frequently venting on social media about experiences like someone asking what they're reading in a coffee shop. It's no wonder men have reservations. Many women today seem to adopt a call-out culture mentality. If a man starts a conversation, he's deemed to be crossing a boundary between common courtesy and third-wave feminism. But isn't it just common courtesy to acknowledge that people might talk to you when you step out of your house? The prospect of spontaneous intimacy today often doesn't outweigh the risks of having your life turned upside down. The idea that the worst she can say is no doesn't hold true anymore. Many women are seemingly eager to have their own #meta moment for attention. Flirting can lead to losing your job, obtaining a criminal record, or being registered as a sexual offender. And don't assume these things don't happen. A friend of mine was expelled from his college and now has to live in a remote area with sex offenders because he approached the wrong woman who wanted to assert power. While she's since apologized, the damage is done. If you're a very attractive guy, you might be fine, as you've always been. Even if she declines, she might be flattered. But if you're average or below, you're vulnerable. Courage, in this context, is meaningless. It might be courageous to shoot yourself in the head, but it's certainly not a path to a good life. I've been told countless times that women dress up for themselves, not to please men. Complimenting a woman can sometimes be misconstrued as harassment or unwelcome attention. It's often safer to refrain from giving compliments and pretend women have zero sexual appeal, especially in public. This is the lesson that society is imparting to men nowadays. I understand why men might hesitate to approach or engage with women in public. Beyond the fear of potential rejection, there's the added concern of being labeled as a creeper. It's unfortunate that two men can say the same words, but the way a woman perceives them can vary greatly. If the man is considered attractive, his words might be seen as a compliment, and he's allowed to continue the conversation. However, if he's considered unattractive, he might be unfairly labeled as a creep. For instance, there are numerous TikTok videos where a guy is simply working out in the gym while a girl is filming her own workout. If the guy happens to glance in her direction for a brief moment or look her way, he can quickly be branded as a creep. Given these circumstances, it's no wonder that many men might think twice before attempting to initiate interactions with women. And that's it for today on Sigma Traits. Make sure you hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that notification bell so you can be the first to know when my new video drops. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.